boy. All right, guys and girls, this is day 2, different shirt. This is day 2 of the install here. It's been a pain. So my advice, anybody that's gonna do the catless downpipes on the 335i Xdrive is, for one, make sure you have a wrench, a 22 I think it is, for the O2 sensors or the O2 sensor socket, because those end up being a pain. But for me, the hardest thing was to get the wide bands broke loose because they were so froze up. I was end up fighting those a little bit. So, but as you can see, I end up having to, you might not be able to see, I end up having to drop the entire cross member. You can see it bolts there. So like that whole piece is dropped that far. So the whole cross member is dropped. And it's loose. I just got to get the O2 sensor out of it, which there's my wrench laying there. But that helped tremendous, and I probably should have pulled this tire. But I mean, I won't need to now, but I did order. What I would suggest is, if the kit you get doesn't come with wide bands, or not wide bands, V bands, go ahead and order 2 that match your kit. So if you got a 3-inch, I think that's what it is, 3-inch coupling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what those are. The factory's 3-inch. So if you will, go ahead and get you a 3-inch, a pair of 3-inch wideband clamps to put back. Don't put the old ones back. If that's so far from my experience, mark your O2 sensors. What I did is took mine out, matched up my piece, and just went ahead and put my O2 sensor in on the bottom where it lives. So when I install it, it's already in. And I put a zip tie on the one that goes to the front. So the other one, it won't have anything on it, but the one with the zip tie will be my front turbo pipe sensor. So, and then the bottom ones, I took one out, went ahead and pre-installed it into that front piece, so I know which one's which. You don't want to mix them up. So I did go ahead and order a different intercooler. I got to figure out about the return on this one, but I did go ahead, I guess it's ARM ARM Motorsports or something like that. But I did go ahead and order one of theirs with the new boots, the couplings. It goes all the way up to the charge pipe. It has an extension on the passenger side where it meets in. So, I mean, it wasn't very much more, so I did actually go ahead and order that setup. So I can get the downpipes on, get it all buttoned up, and then pull the rear of the cross member up and leave the front down so I can get my water line loose, because I did go ahead and order the whole front water line and the reservoir, so that it's going to be sitting until all that comes in. So I may tinker a little bit today. I don't know if I get it all done. I had some errands to run this morning, but I may tinker a little bit today and try to get the other O2 sensor out, get it dropped, and try to stab the first section of the new exhaust in. And if I can get it in, it goes pretty well. I don't have my wide bands, V bands. I ordered 2 new V bands, so I can't get them in today. So I did go ahead and order the 2 new V bands. That's going to hold me up too. So kind of stuck here. So I am going to try to get the other one the rest of the way out and try to clean it up a little bit maybe and stuff like that. But you definitely need that jack stand. And the one I have actually has like an opening right here, and there's notches, so I didn't have to put any piece of wood or anything, so it locked in good. But you do want 2 jack stands if you got them. I didn't really need the rear one, so I ended up moving it out of the way, and you can see hanging down there behind everything, this is the actual cross member hanging way down. So, you know, that thing's way down from where it lives. And the front bolts are all the way out except for maybe, I think maybe 3 or 4 threads. But that's a must on taking those cats out. There's just not enough room in there to pull those cats out without doing the cross member drop piece. And I'm gonna tell you, if you don't have a lot of mechanical ability, you don't want to do this job. You know, I'm no ace mechanic. I'm no, you know, top BMW mechanic. I can change Honda motors and stuff all day long, all you want of them. But this, it wasn't horrible, but you're going to run into the wideband's issue. The wideband. Why do I keep calling it wideband? The V-band issue. You'll have to make sure you have some PB blast or some kind of something to put on them. Keep your bolts separated. Keep your O2 sensors in order. And you're going to have some of the E bits for the motor mounts, because you have to loosen the motor mounts from the subframe. You end up having to, there's a plate on the transmission. It's got 2 bits on it that hold the exhaust in place. It's like I guess a hanger of some sort that has 2 bolts in it. The hanger was in the way. I ended up not having that, so I ended up trying to have to get around that for a little bit, which I did. So having the right stuff would have definitely made this job easier for me. Again, like I say, that hanger was in the way, so I had to figure something out because I didn't have the bolt, and it was late last night and nothing was open to go get that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I think I'm hung up on parts, and I think the only thing I can really do is get the last O2 sensor unbolted from the front piece, get my O2 sensors changed into my new pieces, my new exhaust, and wait on V-bands. I think I may call the parts store and see if they got a couple. If they do, before it gets too late, and just have them send me some. I'll just have extra. All right, let me figure out what we're doing, and we may come up with something. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. All right, so I got the downpipe piece out, and I decided to go ahead and put the other, well, the downpipes back in. So the V-bands, I actually found a couple of bolts, and I decided to go ahead and put them in. So where I'm at, I've got them right there. And there's the zip tie. That's how I marked which one was left and right. It's definitely cleaner look, smaller piping. Did it fit? I'm gonna say it fit okay. Would I have spent another, I don't know, $100 and got, you know, a high-end brand and done it different? Maybe. I'm not going to say no because I didn't install the higher-end brand. This one, it's almost like the flange on the front turbo wasn't flat, it was actually kicked a little bit. So it took me a minute to get the V-band on that front turbo, and it's almost like that front flange could have been turned a little more because it's touching the transmission. I couldn't roll it one way or the other to get it to come off of the actual bumping up against the transmission stuff without, it would, but then a V-band would pull apart. It would try to unlevel there on that side. So it fits. Ultimately, it's in. It fits. The exhaust, I'm thinking I may have an exhaust leak, so I may have to break that loose and put some RTV. But it pulled up, but I had to make it pull up. You know what I mean? It's like, and it was that second one. The first one wasn't bad. The first one fit pretty good. It's hard to get to that V-band. It's way harder to get to. But once I got it actually hooked on and locked in place and everything, it seemed to be aligned as it should. That second piece, I'm not gonna lie, it almost acts like the flange was tweaked just a hair. So that's a 1320 kit. It fits. And I spent a little more money to get you know, a brand I've heard of. Is it still eBay knockoff stuff? I'm gonna say yeah, because it didn't just fall into place, and it's still rubbing. And again, I tried to tweak it, turn it inside the V-band and gain a little, take a little out as far as fitment to get away from the transmission. Well, when I got it to where it was away from transmission, the back flange wasn't correct. It wasn't straight. So I had to roll it back to get the back flange to match up. So, yeah. So they fit, but you got to work for it, I think, on these. I think I ended up having to do more work than what I should have because of the fitment. On that second one, like I say, the first one was just hard to get to. The second one was more a fitment issue. So, with that being said, they're on. I decided not to wait on the V-bands. I dug through my bolt bin and cut some bolts and cleaned it up and got it to where I could use them. And so they're both in. I'm gonna raise up the cross member and get my mounts hooked up and all that. And I may let the front down just a little bit to gain some room on this this front piece that I actually have to change the water line, because all that's ordered still. And so I'll probably go ahead and pull all that loose and get it ready for my parts to come in next couple of days. But yeah, would I suggest this kit? I'm gonna say it's 50-50 on that one. I'm gonna say if it was any worse than what I had today, you would not have got it on there. So it's kind of borderline. It fit, it worked. It wasn't the cheapest kit on the market by no means, but it wasn't the priciest. So I guess for the money, it's about what you get. You know, I worked in the pipe fitting trades and all that when I was working for the man. Yeah, I work for myself now. But I just think it's a little off. You know, and I'm not gonna, if I buy a part like that and I'm gonna have to work fabricating stuff, I'm gonna get the cheapest one I can, you know, and if I'm gonna have to fabricate. So I didn't want to have to, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll, only thing that I'm worried about, the V-band's pulled up tight, everything's good there. The only thing I worry about is the lower sections where they pull together. It almost looks like they could leak, and like they're squeezed together on the outside, like the middle may be open, like I may have to RTV it or get a thicker gasket or something. But yeah, so where I had to put so much of torque in it to pull it up. But again, they're in. Catless downpipes, it's gonna be loud. Kind of actually excited. I'm kind of filling you in on the, you know, the hassle of getting them on, but again, catless downpipes on the twin turbo 6-speed. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna open up. It's gonna be louder. And still working through I've made a decision on the intercooler, but I'm waiting. I spent some more money on intercooler stuff. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hey, I appreciate you watching the video, staying tuned, dealing with me on this catless downpipe install. It has absolutely been a pain. I'll tell you, if you're gonna do this on the BMW 335i Xdrive, you better get your tools handy, and honestly, be better if you had a little bit of help. So it's just hard to get to, it's awkward, it's not a lot of room. And just rusted exhaust bolts. But it wasn't horrible, it's just time consuming, a lot of it. And yeah, so all right, if you will, follow us on Instagram, it's Chesser Drifting. And if you wanna, also we're on there as Chesser Enterprises. If you wanna follow us on Facebook, it's Chesser Motorsports. And if you wanna email us about anything, it's chesserenterprises@yahoo.com. Check out our new merch. We're gonna have our own eBay account. It's Chesser Motorsports. We're gonna start listing some of our used items there. And our merch will be on there as well for now. And we may do a website later, but we're gonna keep it convenient for us. You got PayPal you can check out. We can mail it to you. All that kind of stuff. We're just moving right along. We're getting from A to B. So, and plus we got a lot more rental work coming. And hopefully we can get this thing off the lift and get to another project, because I wasn't planning on getting into all this. But Here we go. All right, see you guys later. Hey, thanks for watching the video.